figured I'd give this a try. Um, Single mom, um, two boys, and I share custody with their dad. And I live in New York City. Um, I work in a hospital. I've been there for like 12 years. Um, just living life, I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for the future and see what happens. I had a rough 2 years. But, things are looking up, and, there's always room for growth. And, God is good. That's all I can say, because let me tell you, if it wasn't for prayer and faith and hope and wonderful family and wonderful friends and just great coworkers, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know what I would be doing, how I would be feeling. I may not have survived it all, to be honest. So I'm truly grateful for every person that has touched my life and has given me advice and has been there for me in this past like 2-3 years. I went through a divorce. I was with him for so long from high school. Then we had a little break, and then we got back together. I have 2 kids that are amazing. My boys are just amazing little boys, and they both have Asperger's, which is high functioning autism, and they get their ABA therapy every day, and they're in special schools, and you know they're doing well. The hardest part of everything is the fact that they don't live with me full time. They live with their dad full time. And that is a big struggle for me. It makes you feel like a bad mom. You think about, like, well, damn, what's wrong with me? Why can't my kids be with me? Why did the courts say for the kids to be with him? Like, you question everything. You question the whole, you know, the whole judicial system. You question the judges. You question the lawyers. You question the person that you married. Like, how could you do this to me? Like, I was pregnant with them, and I gave birth to them, and those are my babies. But now it's kind of become routine. I'm getting used to it. It's hard. It's really hard, especially when they're sick and you can't be there. When they have like school events and you can't attend because they live far away and I don't have a car. And here in New York City, you got to take the train or the bus or a ferry. Like, if you don't have a car, that's what you got to do. And where they live, it takes me like 2 hours to get there and then 2 hours to come back home. And So sometimes if I'm at work all day and then by the time I get out of work, I miss whatever they went, whatever they were doing in school. But I thank God for FaceTime. Can I just say, I don't know how people did it back in the day. Okay? I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, I can't imagine writing a letter, having to wait to get the letter in the mail. Then it's been like weeks or days or whatever. And then you read it and you have to respond and then you have to put that. Like, I don't know how they did it back then. But I guess for them that was just it, because they didn't know about FaceTime and they didn't know about cameras and social media and things like that. So it's like for them that was just normal. So they don't know that feeling of instant gratification. Like, I need to pick up the phone and FaceTime my kids and see their faces and give them kisses on the camera. And, so I'm so happy and so grateful that this has occurred during 2019, 2018, 2017, during modern times. So that way, if I'm feeling sad or down and I really, really miss them and I really want to talk to them, even if it's for like 2 minutes, like, I'm so grateful that I can just pick up the phone and text their father and just say, hey, can I FaceTime them real quick? And like, boom, just like that, I can see my babies. But it's been such a process. Like, just there's so many stages of emotion that you go through, you know, and then you question yourself so much. Like, this shoulda, coulda, woulda shit, excuse my language, I don't know if I can curse on YouTube, but this shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff is so real. Like, you literally think over and over, like, should have, what should I have done? What could I have done? What, like, you go through this whole thing and you relive it all in your head. And when you live alone, like me, you have all the time in the world to think. And that was the reason why I even just started recording and talking, because sometimes, you know what? I feel like I need to talk to somebody and I don't have nobody to talk to. I mean, I do have people to talk to, but it gets to a point where it's like you kind of feel like a burden, And I know my friends and my family, they love me to death and they're like, no, you're never a burden and you can always call me, you can always talk to me. But at the same time, it's like, you're living your life, you have your children or you have your husband or you have your family. Like, I'm an only child. My mom is a single mom. So I'm kind of used to being alone and I kind of like it. Like, I'm an introvert. I like to be home. I like to be in my own space. I like to do my own thing. So this is pretty cool. How YouTube has created this world where you can just log in and record yourself and run your mouth and talk and talk and talk and, you know, share it with the world. And if there's somebody out there that is going through what you're going through, or is experiencing what you're experiencing, or is about to go through it, and they want to know, like, damn, 3 years later, like, how am I going to feel? I just felt like I needed to do this because my story is very, very unique. I have never personally met anyone that has been through what I have been through. And people tell me all the time, you're so strong, you should write a book. How do you do it? How do you survive and just keep going and keep, you're able to still smile and laugh? And And I honestly, I don't know how to explain it. I just kind of every day wake up and go with the flow of the day. You know, if it's a work day, I get up, I go to work, and I enjoy what I do. You know, I work in a hospital. I am all about patient care, and that helps me, get through my day because I deal with medication and I deal with patients that are sick. And so, you know, being able to help other people, I know it sounds cliche, but it's really, really true for me anyway. Helping others helps me. And I don't know